My special guest today is Dr. Noah St. John, legendary executive coach, iconic keynote speaker, and #1 bestseller. Author Noah St. John, PhD, is recognized as the father of affirmations and a medical health coach to the stars. He's been on the show before, and we're really excited to see what he's been up to since he was here last. Noah St. John is recognized one of the most requested in-demand business and motivational keynote speakers and executive coaches in the world. And you can take it from me, if you get a chance to go and listen to this man or buy his books, your life will change. Welcome to the show, Dr. Noah.
Thank you, Douglas. Great to be back here with you.
It's always a pleasure to see you. You look so full of energy. And your latest book is called, what is it? The Seven-Figure Million Dollar.
Well, it's actually the fourth book in my seven-figure series. It's called The Seven-Figure Machine right there. Seven figures. You can see my seven-figure series right there. So it's now it's 4 books in the series, which is actually called a tetralogy. I didn't know that. I had to look it up.
Hey, there's a new word to my vocabulary as
I
well.
know, right? And so that's a 4-book series. So yeah, this is the newest one, latest one called The Seven-Figure Machine. And actually, your listeners and your audience can actually get the book along with a whole bunch of amazing bonuses at sevenfiguremachinebook.com. Just like it sounds, sevenfiguremachinebook.com. And we can talk all about it. And anyway, I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, listen, seven-figure, anything sounds like it got my attention right away. Tell me
Right.
about it. Tell me all about this amazing book.
Well, as I mentioned, this is the 4th book in my seven-figure series, and it really started with a book that I call The Seven-Figure Life, because I've written 25 books, which you can see some of them behind me here. And it's really all about 2 things that I've been teaching my clients, whether one-on-one coaching or group coaching clients, and doing keynote presentations all around the world for over 25 years now. And it's all about these 2 things that really make up your life, your business, your career, your relationships, your health, your mental health, whatever it might be. And that's inner game and outer game. Now, when you look at any human endeavor, there's always 2 components: the inner component and the outer component. Now, we just like to simplify it, at my company at successclinic.com. We just like to say inner game and outer game, right? So inner game is everything that happens between your ears that you can't see directly, but it affects everything that you do. Like, for example, at my keynote presentations, whether I'm speaking live or virtually for companies, teams, organizations around the world, I often like to say to my audience members, what's one area of your life where your beliefs don't affect you? And of course, people go like this. They go, and I go, exactly. Right. There's no place your beliefs don't affect you, right? Your
Right.
beliefs are affecting your health, your wealth, your finances, your business, your career, your relationships, your social life. I mean, every part of your life is affected by your beliefs. But here's what's interesting. You can't see a belief. You can only see the effects of a belief. So if you want to see how your beliefs are doing, just look around your life and say, am I where I want to be or not? And remember, it's not just about money and business. We're also talking about your whole life, right? Your health, your wellness, your peace of mind, and everything, right? And your relationships, everything. So that's your inner game. So what's interesting about that is I've helped my coaching clients over the last 25 plus years to add over $3 billion, in added revenues as a result of my coaching and training. I mean,
Wow.
that means we've helped individuals, organizations, entrepreneurs to add multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures as a result of my teachings. And what's fascinating about that is 90% of that money came from inner game, right? It came from actually me helping people master their inner game. But what I realized last year was that I had not written a book about outer game, right? I'd written all these books on inner game because it's so vitally important. And a lot of people don't talk about it, right? They're just not aware of it. So I had to write all these books about it. But I realized, Noah, you haven't written an outer game book. So let's write an outer game book. So that's where this book, The Seven-Figure Machine, came from, is writing about that last 10%, which really is the outer game. Now, what's funny about that is many, many people, entrepreneurs, executives, business owners, salespeople, they spent lots of time, money, and energy going to all these different outer game trainings, right? The marketing gurus and seminars and things like that. But for some reason, they're still stuck, right? They're still hitting what I call that income ceiling, right? And that might be at 6 figures, might be at 7 figures, whatever it might be. But they keep hitting that ceiling. And no matter how hard they work, no matter how many seminars they go to, they just keep hitting that ceiling. And so that's what my work is about helping people to break through that income ceiling. And so now what's really great is whether whether you want to whether you want some help on your inner game or whether you want some help on your outer game, now we have both to really help you. And that's what I've been doing in my coaching for many, many years. I just finally decided to write a book about it.
Well, listen, it's amazing. First of all, the inner game, the affirmations, people have been for years taught law of manifestation,
Yep.
affirmations,
Right.
which I'm going to be a millionaire goes in this side and comes out that side because they
Right.
don't believe it.
That's
There's no
right.
steps to get there. It's kind of like, yes, I can fly like a bird. I'm going to affirm it and I'm going to do it. And then your mind says, no, that's it. No, impossible.
That's
So you've gone from there. I love this. You've gone from there to getting that inner machinery working. Because in my opinion, and I agree 100% with you, it's the belief factor. We have those arguments inside all the time, right? In our head. And we always
yes.
lose them, right? You're arguing with somebody and you always lose them. So
Right.
you're taking people to affirmations and getting that established.
Yep.
That's great. I got all the knowledge. I got the plan. Now
Mhm.
what? And so the obvious expansion of that is taking people through that process of taking that first step. Would you agree that, in order to buy that property, to make money or to renovate or start that project, because you have to sign on the dotted line, right?
Well, absolutely.
That's
And
where people stop, right? So,
well, that's one of the things that holds people up. And so, as I mentioned, I've helped so many people make so much money with both inner game and outer game. And 90% of, the billions of dollars that I've helped people make has come from inner game. But I realized that, it was doing my clients and, my audience members and my readers a disservice to not really teach them about outer game. Now, the other thing that's interesting is in this industry, I'm talking about, the guru industry, the personal growth, business growth industry. You find a lot of what I call personality driven success, right? And what I mean by that is it's exactly what it sounds like, right? It's based on these people's personality, right? So there's a lot of big name personalities out there.
right.
And we all know who they are. And, they're all over social media and, they're talking about their jet and their helicopter and their yacht and their cars and all that great stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all want nice things, right? We all, nice to have all those great things. But the problem is that when you really look into that and do your research, which I've done over the last 25 plus years and spent over $750,000, you come to find out that those gurus can't teach their way out of a paper bag, right?
Wow,
And
wow.
that's because it's all about their personality, right? That's why I call it personality driven success, because that's exactly what it is. They have this big personality and that's great for them. But when you pay them money, which I did, I paid them a lot of money, and I came to find out there's no there, right? Meaning there's no system, there's no strategy. It's just like, yeah, go out and do it and hustle and grind and work hard. And I'm like,
But how?
what do you want me to do, right? I mean, like, where's there a checklist? Like, how did you do this? You ask it, well, how did you do it? Well, you just get out there and you hustle and oh my God, I just paid you more money to get that. That was nothing.
That's a
So
really good point.
yeah, and so what I do that's different is because I'm such a nerd. I'm like the Sheldon Cooper of self-help. I'm such a nerd, and I just wish that someone would have given me that checklist. That step by step, that fill in the blank framework that they never gave me. So it took me 20 years to figure all this out, spending an insane amount of money, an insane amount of time. And because I am all about system-driven success. And because why? Because number one, that's what I was looking for and never got from those guys. Number two, if it's dependent on someone's personality, the question is, well, what if I don't have that personality? And the,
Right.
the answer is 99% of us don't have that personality. So what are we supposed to do? And the other thing, and this is something that people don't talk about, which is that when you study those gurus and pay them lots of money like I did, you find out that their main, if not only success story is themselves. Meaning, you go to their website, see them on social media. It's like, well, I did this and I did this and I did this and I made all this money. And you're like, well, that's great. Who cares? I don't care about your money. I care about my money, right? I care about my family. And what are you going to do for me? And that's how everybody thinks. And that's how we should think, right? And so the point is, like when you go to my website, you'll see that I have hundreds and hundreds of case studies of my clients that I've helped to add 6 and 7 and 8 figures. And I mean, the stories go on and on and on. Why? Because it's a system. That means that anybody can do it.
Well, there's introverted and extroverted people, and the extroverted
Right.
people seem to sort of bully their way to success. They could get people to do more that work for them than they normally would just by their
Right.
personality. But
That's right.
there are two kinds of people. Tell me what to do, and then get out of my way and let me do it. Right?
That's
And
right. Well,
some
I'm definitely the former. I paid the money and they never told me what to do. And I was like, wow, that sucked. Thanks
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
And somewhere in the middle is the truth. And that's where you're coming up with this seven figure for life book.
Right.
Because by the way, send me a copy or I'll buy one anyway.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't mind making a couple extra seven figures of my life right now.
Why
So,
not?
but I think you hit on the point. I mean, there's personalities are more introverted than extroverted, in my opinion.
Right.
I'm kind of in the middle. My family title from England is Nick Timere, Nick Timide, to go forward neither timidly or harshly. And that's how
Oh,
I kind of went through my life. I'm
nice.
not a forceful guy. I'm a big guy, but I don't like to force people. But there are some people that enjoy that.
That's
And they
right.
are the ones that go to the head of the line. They've got the big cars and the yachts.
That's
But
right.
here you are saying, no, there's a middle road here. And so for somebody listening to this right now, by the way, everybody, what's the name of those amazing websites? I think I've got them here, but I'll let you tell them where people can go and see famous people, successful people complimenting you on your work. Because I think this is a gift. Anybody who's listening to this
Yeah.
interview or gets a hold of your book, you found the path to success. Yes,
Yes.
I can do all these thinking, planning, strategies in my mind. Yes, I can have big ideas, but what's the next step? What do I do from here to there? And I guess that's what you just said or outlined in your books. I mean to say, I know you just said it. And I just think this is it. This is magic. So
Yeah.
tell me some of those websites because people go check out because it's very impressive. Some of these are most successful people I saw. And by the way, everybody, he is the top most sought after speaker and coach. So remember my motto, faith is built in belief, belief's built in evidence. This man has the evidence. And I'm not just saying that because he's a nice man and he's the guest of our show. I believe it. And you can believe
Oh,
it too by going to his website. So what are the websites that they can go check out some of these wonderful compliments?
absolutely. Yeah. So for the book, if you want to get the new book, The Seven Figure Machine, it's sevenfiguremachinebook.com. I'll hold it up to make it easier. So sevenfiguremachinebook.com, very easy to remember. And there's over $700 of free bonus gifts, including my new digital course called the Seven Figure Fast Track. So when you get the book at sevenfiguremachinebook.com, you get not only the book, but you get a ton of awesome bonuses, including the Seven Figure Fast Track online digital course, which you can go to at your own pace. And I really outline everything. So I'm just giving you tons of bonuses. Also, if you go to breakthroughwithnoah.com, breakthroughwithnoah.com, I'm known as the Breakthrough Coach. So if you go to breakthroughwithnoah.com, you can see a video training that I did on how I help people really break through and get that 6, 7, and 8-figure breakthroughs, and as well as watch videos from my clients. And you'll notice that it's all about, as you were just talking about, Douglas, the evidence. That way it's not just about me, because then you'd have a personality. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You want to look for a coach, a trainer, someone who has a mentor, someone who has a system. A system means that number one, it's fill in the blank. Number two, it's plug and play. That means anybody can do it. And keep in mind that this is hard fought, hard won, materials, information, checklists that I had to spend over $750,000 in 20 years of my life going to gurus who can't teach their way out of a paper bag. So my job here is to, take my pain and turn it into your gain. So that's what it's there for at breakthroughwithnoah.com. And you can also, oh, by the way, yes, you can schedule a breakthrough consultation there with me or one of my coaches, and we can, help you and show you how you can actually install the seven-figure machine for your business, so we can actually help you to really scale up all of that at breakthroughwithnoah.com.
Okay, hey, keep that thought. We'll be right back.